Good evening. Hey, Lindies. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Come on in. Thanks for joining me tonight for this review of Basketball Wives. You said you don't watch that show, but I'm here to show you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I would have normally came live earlier. I've been just sitting around waiting, for other people to finish their lives because, sometimes I be in other people's lives enjoying their content, and I happen to be in Tracy's live and listening to what's all going on with Nicole Tyler and VS and Rita, and I'm just like appalled by that. But I'm going to hold off doing commentary on that till probably tomorrow because that was just too much for me today. That was too much. I'm like, oh Lord. People out here doing too much on YouTube. They doing too doggone much. I don't But anywho, thanks for everybody coming in. Make sure you hit that like button tonight. We gonna discuss Basketball Wives real quick. The new episode comes on tomorrow night, and I don't know why I forgot to watch it. Like, I was like, there is something that's missing. There's a live that I didn't do. I was like, maybe it's the have and have nots, but nope, that season is over. So yeah, I draw the line. Yes, Liney's. I don't even know what to say. And I was watching this from work because I was at work till like an hour or so ago, and I was watching it from work. Like, are you kidding me? You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. Sometimes you need to just scoot back from that social media. When you get to that point, you just scoot back. I don't know what makes people get to that point, but I don't know. But yeah, you need to scoot back, push that social media away, turn off your Wi-Fi. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. I will go live talking about that tomorrow because that's a lot. But yes, everybody, make sure you click the like button on your way in. Those of you who watch, I was about to say Love and Hip Hop. Anyway, I wasn't even with that this season. But anyway, those of you who watch Basketball Wives, like, no shade to Love and Hip Hop, but anywho, feel free to put any of your thoughts or in the chat. You ain't gotta stay back in the back of the church. You can come down in the front, sit on the front pew, and feel free to comment in the chat on anything I am speaking of. But anyway, as far as Basketball Wives, this is season 6, episode 4. Last episode, we had actually saw how OG, Kristen, and Cece got into it. I still don't understand why OG, so y'all help me out if y'all get it, but I don't understand why OG is so pissed off at Kristen. Like, it seems like that situation where you know how you have a good girlfriend and then y'all fall out, then you meet somebody else and that becomes like your new good girlfriend. And you know how it is. You might speak on the past, who you used to hang out with, whoop de whoop whoop, why y'all fell out, whoop de whoop whoop. But I know I cannot be the only one out here who just has this code. Like, there are some things you just don't tell about your old friend. You just don't. I don't care what happened, how y'all fell out. It's like some things you just take to your grave. In this situation, OG is like really pissed off at Kristen because of a lot of stuff that Cece is telling her. Like, Cece, when she told OG that Kristen's husband Thomas is not really a Scott. Like, he's not Byron's child. And everybody on the show was like, oh my God, what? You know? And it's not like it's like a huge deal. That's why I was wondering why Kristen was all having a temper tantrum all on the ground. I mean, she was crying, calling her husband, I'm gonna do this to CC, I'm gonna do this to OG, it's on now. They didn't, revealed I guess it was, I don't know if you would call it a family secret, because, I mean, how many people out here got a daddy who ain't really their daddy, but they call him their daddy, and that daddy calls them their son, and they raise them like they own, they love them, whoop-de-whoop. So I still don't understand why Kristen was so upset. But anywho, OG is pissed off at Kristen just because of a lot of things that Cece told her. And I don't think Cece should have told her that. And I was kind of wondering, like, why Cece's fiance, Byron, who is the father of Thomas, Kristen's husband, why wasn't he as upset as I would have thought he would be by Cece telling OG about, the relationship or the lack of DNA, from father to son. But then I mean, they soon showed why, because he was like, oh, when he was talking to Malaysia, because Malaysia's like, I don't know how to get these girls to come together, and the family is just, in turmoil, and I need to speak to Byron personally. So she talks to him, and she's like, why would your fiance tell, her new friend that you aren't the father of this child that you've been raising? And he's like, well, it just happened to come up when, we was, at dinner with OG and her fiance. I was like, oh, really? So it just came up? Like, how does that come up in conversation? Oh, yeah, by the way, my son ain't my son. Like, how does that just come up like that? I don't know. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all think. I think it was some malice behind that with Cece and her bringing it up, at the dinner. I think it was some malice behind that because Cece has been saying, I don't want nothing to do with you. Thomas is invited to our wedding. Kristen, you are not invited to our wedding. And I'm like, really? Cece, you would put that out there like that? Like, okay, again, it's not a huge, big deal. But again, there are just some things that you don't tell about your old friends to your new friends. It's just a code. Like, you gotta be loyal. But anyway, when the ladies had got together, excuse me, it was Tammy, and she was talking to OG, and she was talking to Jackie. What I didn't like was Tammy telling Jackie that she was fake. Like, we all know Jackie can be, a little out there, but she done toned down over the last 2 seasons. She's like the mediator now, the peacekeeper now, and she called her fake and was upset with Jackie because she was like, how y'all gonna let all them girls attack OG, after she tells Kristen, well, that ain't even your husband's daddy. Y'all ain't even no real Scots. Y'all ain't even related. So, stuff like that. And I'm like, hold up. When was she attacked? Like, first of all, Tammy wasn't even there. Tammy was not even there. Tammy, she hasn't been like there per se since like the end of last season. Every time they have events, she would pick and choose which ones to come to, and when she did come, she would only stay for like a few minutes, and then she would take off and she would leave because she don't want any more drama in her life. She didn't cause enough drama in like 6 seasons. Okay, not 6 seasons. but for like the past 2 seasons, she been kind of, just chill. and just chill, totally different from the old Tammy. So now she's like, I don't want no drama. I don't want to be around all y'all ladies all the time because y'all ain't nothing but drama. Because she done got a man in her life. She done got engaged. He didn't ask her to marry her, and they finally got married, and she just kind of like chill. She's trying to act like a lady all of a sudden, almost 50, and she wants to act like a lady now. So anyway, back to what I was saying. She wasn't even there. So how you gonna call Jackie fake? And OG up there lying to she's lying to Tammy, making it seem like it was like 5, 6, 7 women, attacking her when it wasn't even like that. And so Jackie was up there just laughing. Like, really? I'm fake? Really? You weren't even there. But anywho, I'm glad Tammy set that straight. When they got together, and basically, Tammy was like, no, OG, I've never seen you attacked since you've been on this TV show. You have never been attacked. What had happened was, and she just broke it down to her, you know what? You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have revealed that because, okay, maybe at the dining room table, on the phone, when you're not in the presence of the entire world, broadcasting, on TV, maybe that would have been fine. To say, okay, Cece, your husband ain't even, what's the big deal? Y'all, you acting like, Byron is just, you this bad old grandpa and whoop, whoop, whoop. Y'all ain't even related. You ain't even a Scot. She could have kept that off air. That's just how I feel about it. And that's how that's how Shawnee feels about it. But Shawnee told her, I'm upset with you, but I get it. But she was more upset with Cece. Because again, Cece should not have told OG that. It's like she's trying to find like an ally. You know what I mean? Against Kristen. And so OG just happened to be that person. She just happened to be there. They get along. So now all this animosity that Kristen and Cece had together, OG done jump right in it. Feet first. Just jump right in it. And she's making CC's problems her problems when she shouldn't do that. She shouldn't do that. She needs to just sit back. Okay, friend. That's you and your old friend. Y'all handle that. If you need me for support, I'll be there. If you need me for support. But OG was like, She jumped all in the battle like it was her fight. Like Cece couldn't hold her own. But anyway. Moving on. Byron, he said, that's my son. Regardless, DNA, regardless, if we don't have the same blood, that's my son. As far as Thomas, though, he felt kind of slighted. He did feel kind of slighted. He was like, it's really never been a big deal to him. Like me, for instance, and a lot of people out there, my father that raised me is not my real father. That's my stepdad, but I've always called him Dad because he's been there since I was like 5 years old. So I've never called him stepdad. Now there's times when I might say to my friends, my real dad, he lives here, he's down south, but my stepdad, because sometimes, you have to correlate between the two. No, not my real dad, I'm talking about my stepdad. You know what I'm saying? But I've never ever felt like, okay, this isn't my, we don't have the same blood, but, I don't feel some type of way. Now, if, maybe a family member of his would say something like, oh, you ain't really his, I've never had that happen. They always was like, oh, that's such and such daughter. Oh, yeah. What's up with your dad? It's never been like a differentiate. Like, oh, no, that ain't your real daughter. That ain't your blood. Matter of fact, I just ran into my half sister, his real daughter, the other day, and we were like, "What up, sis? What up? What's going on? What you been up to?" We both at the store, in the parking lot, like hugging and kissing it up. Like, that is not my blood sister, but you can't tell us that. But anyway, Thomas feels kind of slighted because the way CC and them put it out there, the way OG put it out there, it was like as if he didn't matter. And so that's how he was feeling, like, I don't matter. She said it like, OG said it like, now Cece might have been like, that's not really his dad, whatever, whatever. But the way OG put it out there to Kristen, it was malice behind that. And it was like, that ain't your dad. That ain't his dad. You're not even a Scot. So you know what? I was like, I'm still tripping off of that. She was wrong. OG was dead wrong. Dead wrong. Hey, the real Kima Kior. How you doing? What's going on with you? What's going on? Just discussing these basketball wives. Girl, they a trip. They a trip. But so, Thomas, he was in his feelings and, as he should be. As he should be. He's a man. He's like, you know what? That ain't my real dad, but he's still my dad. I don't care, that people know that he's not my, real dad. But anywho, as far as like, Shawnee, when they got together and they had that meeting, Shawnee was like, okay, so now, Tammy wants to have a meeting. She ain't really been here. She ain't really been in the picture. She ain't really been coming to any events. But all of a sudden, she wants to jump back in and have like a kumbaya, come to Jesus dinner, for the ladies. Like first you blaming Jackie on being fake, accusing her of letting all these girls attack OG, and now she wants to bring peace, to the ladies, and she talking about, I got your back, OG, I got your back, ain't nobody gonna be attacking you. You weren't even there. She was not attacked. She attacked Kristen. Yeah, it was messed up, real Kima. It was messed up, and I'm like, girl, sit down. Go home and enjoy your husband, your new husband. But yeah, so she was like, okay, I want to have this meeting. We gonna meet here. We gonna have drinks, dinner. You know how they do, the bouginess of the group. You know how they do. And she was like, is everybody invited? Shawnee should have known before she would ask. Is everybody invited? Of course not. Jen is not invited. Will we even see Jen the rest of this season? I'm like, we seen her for the first like couple of shows this season, and then she's kind of like, I don't know where Jen is, but anywho, she was like, no, she's not welcome. Evelyn is not welcome. Just, the rest of you ladies. So anyway, they meet up, and I'm like, I thought everything was going good. I thought everything was going good. Cece actually apologized to Kristen. OG apologized to Kristen. Kristen apologized to OG. And then, like, I don't know, like seconds later, it was like a big blow up again between Kristen and Cece. And how do y'all feel about what Cece said to Kristen? Cece was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't care if I ever see you ever again. You know what's funny though? Who else said that recently? Byron. Byron said the same thing to Cece a couple of episodes ago. He said, I don't care if I ever see Kristen again. Okay, Thomas is my son. Not blood, but that's his son. But as far as Kristen, I don't care if I don't ever see her again. And then Cece said the same thing, almost word for word. I don't care if I ever see you ever again. So Kristen was like, don't you think that's messed up? Like, you marrying, my husband's father, and you don't care if your soon-to-be husband never has a relationship with his son or his son's wife or their children. And Cece was like, nope. I was like, what? Woo, Cece. She was like, nope. You said Cece is clueless, but Cece feel that Byron is not torn real bad. So technically, Kristen is looking forward to. Okay, and I get you there. I kind of feel you there. Remember when I said Because, like I said, my dad who raised me isn't my stepdad. I mean, isn't my real dad. He's my stepdad. But when I had my children, it was like that was dad. Like, there's grandpa. Grandpa would call, where the boys at? I want to take them fishing. Where my grandsons at? You know, so they just had that relationship and that bond, and they was always like, I want to go, grandpa. I want to help him with the garden. I want to help him fix the cars. I want to help him. You know, it was always grandpa, grandpa, grandpa. So, I mean, I kind of get what Cece is saying, but you don't have to have that blood running through your veins. You know, Kristen is like this. Okay, y'all the grandparents, but I don't think Cece understands her role. Like, Cece is much younger than Byron. Cece, I don't think, wants to be a grandmother. That's what I think the real issue is here. Like, Kristen, like, why don't you guys ever pick up your grandkids? Why you don't never come to their parties? Why don't you never come to our cookouts? Why don't you ever blah, 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 blah. I think Cece doesn't want to be a grandma. It's like, it's one thing to marry a man and you have his children as your children, or you have to be like a mother figure to their children. They're usually grown, especially around our age. They're usually grown. You don't have to raise them. You don't have to do this. You don't have to change no Pampers. You ain't got to chase them around the house. They can come over, clean up after themselves, and go home. I don't think Cece's ready to be a grandma. But then again, like I said with Kristen, she keeps up there complaining about they never come see the children. But again, Kristen wasn't bringing the children to them either, and they only stay a few blocks away. They only stay a few blocks away. You said, but Byron said he called to see the baby, and she always said, yeah, but that was after. That was after Cece. That was after Kristen blasted him last season. Remember when she blasted him on the show? Y'all horrible parents. Y'all don't never come see the kids. Then this season, Byron was like, well, yeah, and when I tried to call her, that's because she was already pissed off. Because they weren't visiting him. But again, I say it all the time, even in my own circle. Quit asking people all the time to come visit you. Like, they have a house too. Step outside your box and go visit other people. But there's some people out here who feel like they don't have to ever leave their home to go visit somebody else's home. And I think that's really messed up, because it's like, okay, some people just think that their home is the place. You know what I mean? Like, the place. Me, on the other hand, I always want to get away. I mean, I work from home like 50, 60 hours a week, you know, and then when it's like the weekends or my off time, I don't want to be at home. What y'all doing? Where y'all at? Y'all on the patio? Where y'all at? Y'all at the park? Is we grilling? Should I bring some meat? I mean, I'm always trying to go. Who playing spades? Where the card game at? Where we playing bones? I'm always trying to get out the house. But I just don't think she's ready to be a grandparent. You said Byron wants the baby to come to the house. She wants them to come to the house. What if he don't want to deal with her? I don't think he really wants to deal with Kristen. But he don't want to deal with Kristen, but Kristen wants to deal with both of them. Kristen really, honestly wants to deal with both of them. I think they actually need to go see Iyanla. What y'all think? Or would that be a mistake? If they went to see Iyanla? She'd be like, what we have here is... I love me some Iyanla, but Tammy, you know, she wanted to sort everything out. She wanted everything to get put on the table and everything. Again, that didn't work out too well. Cece, you know, it ended with Cece saying, I don't ever want to see you again, and Kristen was like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. But how do y'all feel about the new chick? Phoebe. the rapper from New York. The rapper from New York. She's became like Evelyn's like new, girlfriend, new, homegirl, whatever you want to call it. But how do y'all feel about what OG said to Phoebe? Um, what is she? I don't remember exactly word for word what she said, but basically she asked her, "Did you have to sign a gag order?" And Phoebe was heated. Like, OG, I think she gonna have to give Phoebe 50 feet. I don't know what it is, but last season OG was kind of like cool and chill, and she was all into her boyfriend mainly, and kicking girls' butts on the football field, playing that female ladies, football and the lingerie, that team they got down there. Um and she wasn't like real aggressive, and I don't know. She's kind of changed. I guess she's getting a little more comfortable around the ladies. But how do y'all feel about what she said? She was like, "Did you have to sign a gag order?" And Phoebe, she was offended. She's like, "Why would you feel like I had to sign a gag order to be on the Basketball Wives show?" Like, I know OG didn't ask any of them other women, not Evelyn, not Tammy, not Cece, not Shawnee, not nobody, not Malaysia, not. I know she didn't ask any of them. Any of them. Did they have to? Oh, and Tammy. Did I say Tammy? She didn't have. I know she didn't ask any of them. Did they have to sign a gag order? I'm pretty sure of it. I'm pretty sure she didn't. But for some reason, I don't know if it's because this new girl, Phoebe, is kind of young. She claims she came to LA because she wanted her children to be closer to their father, who is Lance Stevenson. He played for the Lakers, and she wanted her children to be closer to their dad. And also she wants to try to, further her music career, rapping and whatnot. And I must say, I don't know how I feel about her yet as far as her. I'm still trying to feel her out, but she got some skills on the mic, y'all. She got some skills on the mic. And it would be nice to have some more female MCs out here, because regardless of how Jermaine Dupri feels about these rappers that we have nowadays, like the female rappers, I'm not going to chime in on, that part. Because Jermaine Dupri got everybody up in, they're up in an uproar. All the female rappers, they tearing him up about what he said about, female rappers out here. They more like strippers who just grabbing a mic. Like, trying to say they don't have really no skills. They ain't nothing compared to the, the female rappers back in the day, I can't say I all the way agree with Jermaine Dupri, but I'll just say it would be nice to have some more female MCs out here. Hey, June Chandler, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We just discussing Basketball Wives, and right now we're on Phoebe and OG and her comment that she told Phoebe about, did you sign a gag order? Now, Phoebe, she was kind of offended because she's like, is she trying to make me, appear like I was just a jump off? And she was like, my son's name is such and such and such and such. His daddy is Lance Stevenson. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I can talk about whatever I want to whoever I want, and I don't have to sign no gag order. It ain't like I'm just some chick that he's trying to hide under a rock, because that's usually the case. That's usually the case when an ex, especially a celebrity ex, when one of their, okay, y'all remember how Andrea Kelly, when she appeared on the that reality show that she was on, when she was on there, she had to sign a gag order. Kills made her sign a gag order, and do we need to wonder why? This man is facing like 2,000 counts of indictments and all that kind of stuff. So we really don't even need to wonder why, he made her sign a gag order. But that's usually the case because they done something that they don't want aired out, in the public. So you can't really speak on them per se. But yeah, so anywho, I thought that was kind of messed up because I'm like, okay, she's the new girl on the scene. She's kind of young, she's trying to be a little rapper and all that, but you trying to make it seem like she's just some, I don't know, just some baby mama. Just some baby mama. But anywho. I would like to say one thing though, before I wrap this up, as far as Shawnee goes. As far as, okay, when she was, checking the, security on her home, checking the perimeters of her home, making sure the doors was locked, the windows was locked, making sure, because, recently, well, when this was, aired, well, when they filmed it, there had been like a rash of break-ins and robberies, in her neighborhood at that time. So she was, checking the parameters, her and her son, of their home and everything. I guess, well, if y'all remember, like last August, sometime like in last August, there was like 2 people that tried to break into her home. And she said that was like the second time they tried to break into their home. But, Shaq, her kid's father's, her ex, he but at the time, I don't know if he still do now, but at the time he had like some contract with Ring, the security, the security company, Ring. And they make like the doorbells where you can like, they got the cameras in them, all that kind of stuff. Anywho, he had like all this equipment at her house. His ex, he want to make sure his ex-wife, who's raising his kids, is, secure with security and everything. So thankfully because of that, but I'm sure they probably would have had security anyway. But thankfully because of that, they show, like if you look up, just type up Shawnee house burglar, type up something like that in Google, and it'll pull up the videos of the guys that tried to break in her house. It was 2 black dudes, and I don't know why, but they walked right up to the door as if there was no cameras around. You could see their face clearly, and Shawnee recognized one of them because she said this one tried to break in before. But anyway, they ended up moving. But I jumped to this because not like it was like a big part of the show, but what she's saying, as far as what a lot of us do sometimes. Celebrities do it a lot, but even us regular folk, way down here, we do it sometimes too. And that's when we go on live, we be saying, where are we at? Where are we going? What time we gonna be there? All that kind of stuff. And she thinks that's how people like try to get into her home because they was watching social media. And on one of the particular times, they was out of town. But you know how it is now. You can pull up your phone. You can see what's going on in your front yard, your backyard, in your house, in every room. And that's what happened. And so she started talking to them. She was like, what are y'all doing? Y'all on camera. Cheese, you dumb ass. She was like, say cheese. They hurried up and took off. She was like, smile, bitch. I was cracking up too because she's like, you can't see Shawnee because, the way their system is set up, she has like a speaker and the people outside can hear. So she was like, you on camera, smile. But they hurry up and they haul ass up out of there. But it was funny. But what she was telling people is, she had to sit down with her children and remind them, we can't be telling people our current situations, when we going live on YouTube, IG, Facebook, whatever. And at that point, that's when she told her family, if we post stuff, it has to be after. As far as like, if we go to, I don't know, if we go to Japan or whatever, just if we go on the other side to New York, from LA to New York, wherever, we have to post stuff after it's already taken place. And that's important for all of us, even us regular folk. That's important for all of us, because that's how people know when everybody on your friends list, everybody who follow you is not your friend, and some people is looking to take you down. They is looking to take you down and catch you slipping. So that's some of us. I mean, as far as the celebrities, I don't know why they don't practice that more anyway, especially after that Kim Kardashian incident when she was robbed for all her jewelry. Oh, she's lucky to be alive. I mean, she's lucky to be alive, because they could have done more. But, material things is just, I'm like, take them. Take all this. Take every ring. I don't care. Wedding ring. Take them all. They can be replaced. They can be replaced. Hey, Roxanne, how you doing? Hey, thanks for joining the chat tonight. Yeah, you right, June. I mean, that's normally when stuff happens. People break in your house because people on social media tomorrow, yeah, we on vacation. We on a 10-day cruise. Okay, who at your house? Who at your house for 10 days watching your property? Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to mention that. Like I said, it wasn't like a huge part of the TV show, but I thought I should mention that. But yeah, that was funny when she had posted that, because she took her video from the security camera and she uploaded it on social media, because she was like, okay, they try to break in my house, I'm gonna make them look stupid and I'm gonna publicly shame them. So she put the video on there, and then she put what she put hashtag I got you dummy, smile bitch, what she say, we on your ass, or something like that. I was like, that's too funny. She's like, smile, bitch. And every time I hear that word, I don't know why I think of that guy who sings that song. I ain't going back and forth with you. But anyway, y'all. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the live tonight. The next episode comes on tomorrow night. I am looking forward to seeing if Kristen and Cece might sit down again and try to have another kumbaya moment, and try to, get their situation back on track for the sake of the family, the Scotts and the ones who aren't really Scotts. But again, blood makes no difference. If somebody believes that child is mine, I'm gonna love that child just like they were my only child. The blood running through the veins don't matter if the DNA is not the same. But anyway, you guys, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you already did not hit the like button, please and thank you so very much. And if you just happen to scroll across my channel and you are not subscribed, please hit that subscription button, and make sure you also hit the bell so that you can get all my notifications when I go live or when I upload a video. Thank you so much. Thank you very kindly. And as usual, Primetime Squad, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces. Good night.